Good Monday morning, everybody. Meteorologist Johnny Lively for our Monday morning update sponsored by HB Neal Construction. As we start closing out the month of June, really in the next couple of days to start getting into July, we've got July 4th weekend coming up this weekend. It is quiet this morning on the Tamco Live Doppler radar. And if we zoom out, we can see there was a little bit of radar noise over there towards Houston, likely some birds that were kind of moving around by the time we saw the sunrise come up. But let's kind of zoom out. This is very intriguing. This is a very, very small thunderstorm going on in portions of South Dakota. Just wanted to show one of these mesonet stations that just got 131 mile per hour gust. I mean, this is a intense thunderstorm, very small thunderstorm, very isolated, but 131 mile per hour gust. Another one was 116, very strong, 114 on this one. I mean, this is a big time thunderstorm going on, 80 mile per hour gust in this area. Pretty intense. None of that going on in our neck of the woods right now, but just kind of wanted to show what was going on far towards the north. We call those the ridge riders. They've been kind of riding the ridge. That's what's happening far towards north. We've been mostly dry, but very intriguing what's going on this morning. Hopefully nobody was hurt or harmed. This just happened, so have not seen any reports just yet. That was just one of the latest weather stations that we just got notified. Looking at the satellite and radar, it is pretty quiet across here. No strong winds, no strong storms here. You've got mid to upper level, very dry. You see that gold to the brown. That is just showing very dry air, but we're going to start seeing some moisture sliding in towards the east as we get into really Tuesday evening, a lot better on Wednesday and Thursday, and that's when we start seeing the chance for some showers and thunderstorms. Thanks again to Tamco showing us what's going on the satellite and radar this morning. Current temperature is very warm and muggy that we see this time of year. Thanks for a sponsor of Silsby Ford. Get you on upper 70s, pretty much already getting to that low 80 mark. Some areas getting close to the mid 80s like Bolivar Peninsula and Sabine Pass this morning. It's a morning that is pretty muggy already. Our construction and outdoor forecast for today, sponsored by Modern Concrete Materials, kind of looking at this. We're going to get pretty warm very quick. I mean, we're going to get into the 90s, low to mid 90s, heat index 100 to 107, so definitely stay cool if possible. I didn't really include this on the construction forecast, but we could see a very isolated shower or an isolated storm. Coverage today around 10% or less, maybe a little bit better over there towards League City, maybe around 10 to 15 to 20% coverage, but still today and tomorrow, very isolated if we do get any storms or showers. It's not until Wednesday and Thursday we start seeing that coverage get a little bit better. Thanks again to Modern showing us what's going on. Saharan dust started moving in overnight last night. We're going to see large amounts of it kind of continuing off and on today. By the time we get into Tuesday evening, especially Wednesday morning, all that kind of thins out, but we are seeing a lot of the dust here now. Any upper respiratory problems, definitely keep that in mind today. Again, by Tuesday evening into Wednesday morning, this definitely starts thinning out. And thanks to this is one of the big reasons that the tropics remains quiet here in the Gulf. National Hurricane Center has finally dropped the odds down to 10%. We've got this old lingering front that's moved off the East Coast. Sometimes you get this broad area spin in the month of June and July. This is when you see some tropical development, but there's just so much dry air. I mean, look at all that gold over there and that brown. All that dry air is going to keep this really kind of hard to get going. If anything that we kind of talked about the last couple of days, this will just help bring in some moisture into parts of the East Coast, Florida, and then we'll actually see some of this moisture kind of get tied in, getting into our region Wednesday and Thursday. Doesn't change our forecast. Don't see anything too drastic happening. High pressure is going to be warming up a large portion of not only the deep south, getting in the Tennessee Valley, Ohio, into the northeast region. That ridge finally moves off towards the northeast, and so we finally start seeing the potential for that less dry weather, and we start seeing some 30 to 40% coverage for some scattered showers and some storms moving in, mainly on Wednesday and Thursday. Here we are by Wednesday afternoon. Look, you can start seeing some of those showers and thunderstorms coming in from the east, Mississippi, then getting into Louisiana, and then getting into southeast Texas. Again, I don't think this is going to be anything that ruins all of our outdoor forecasts this week. It's just we're going to be watching for at least 30 to 40% coverage Wednesday and Thursday. Some of these storms can have lots of lightning, but this is kind of the overall kind of pattern we'll be seeing kind of setting up Wednesday, Thursday, and a little bit on Friday. High pressure off towards the northeast opens the door for some flow coming out of the east really Wednesday and Thursday. Thanks again to our sponsor of Switch Electric. Futurecast for today, very isolated limited if you do get any relief from the heat. You can see this over there towards Lake Jackson, maybe about 10 to 15% coverage over there for some isolated showers and storms. And then we might see a little bit over there towards Conroe and the Crockett region. But overall, today is going to be hot, mostly dry, kind of what we've been seeing all last week and over the weekend. Again, if you do get a little shower or storm, I don't think it'll be impossible. It's just coverage today is pretty low. And that's what we're going to see tomorrow as well, too. Monday, Tuesday, 10 to 20% coverage. And then Wednesday and Thursday, we see the flow kind of opening up out of the east. We get that 30 to 40% coverage. By the time we get into July 4th weekend, Friday and Saturday, it doesn't look too bad. If we do get any storms, pretty isolated. Normally, they're around the afternoon hours, heat of the day, and the moisture. So I don't think this disrupts anything going on for 4th of July in the evening hours. Thanks to our sponsor of Do Good Credit Union. And then high temperatures this afternoon, low to mid 90s. Some areas try to sneak into the upper 90s down there towards the coast, in the upper 80s to low 90s. Again, small chance for rain. You've got that sponsored by Seals before. Then overnight tonight, it's going to be warm, muggy, and sticky. You're going to have those air conditioners definitely working overtime. And remember, the heat index this afternoon, 100 to 106, so definitely stay cool if possible. And then here we are for Southeast Texas the next 5 to 7 days. We've got that Saharan dust today, thins out by Tuesday evening. Dora opens up for some isolated scattered showers and storms Wednesday and Thursday. And then as we get into the July 4th weekend, doesn't look too bad. Still going to be pretty hot. I mean, we're in summertime. Our hottest months are upon us, July and August. But just showing we still have a chance for some isolated showers and storms this weekend. But a lot of that should be in the afternoon, not disrupting any evening activities for this July 4th. Same thing for Southwest Louisiana. Lots of Saharan dust moving in today. Thins out by Tuesday night. Wednesday and Thursday, we see the potential for some storms coming in from the east. And then we have a pretty good July 4th forecast. It is going to be hot. Stay cool. But I don't think the rain and storm is going to disrupt anything going on. So good time to go download our free app. You have a wonderful Monday morning or a wonderful Monday. Stay cool. Thanks again for tuning in to Gulf Coast Weather Solutions. We'll have more posts throughout the day today, especially this week of what to expect, especially when we're talking about the storms Wednesday and Thursday. But we want to make sure that we lock in those plans for this July 4th weekend. Y'all have a great Monday. Thanks again for tuning in, and see y'all tomorrow morning on the Tuesday morning show.
Gulf Coast Weather Solutions is sponsored by
At Gulf Coast Weather Solutions, we focus on delivering reliable weather forecasts. Our new app provides reliable weather updates and alerts no matter where you are. With real-time weather alerts and warnings, you can stay informed and prepared wherever you go. Download the Gulf Coast Weather Solutions app today on the App Store and Google Play, and stay connected no matter where you are.